and welcome back to the Collegiate Crossfire 2026. We are now in round 3 and we're going to have a CCA team facing a Japan University team. I'm Pat here with Moku, ready to watch this next round.
I am ready to go anytime, Pat. So, what do we know about these players and these teams?
I mean, I don't know that much because I mostly follow NSE and I don't follow these two collegiate scenes. But let me look at their results so far. It looks like UCSD so far has won 2 sets against Daybreak and the Anarchist. Meanwhile, Ole Ole has won a set and lost one against Solent Cardinals and lost against another Japanese team. So if UCSD were to win this next one, that would be 3 victories. They'd be kind of guaranteed a top spot. Meanwhile, Ole Ole still has a bit more work to do, but let's get in the game, Moku!
Ooh, pencil coming out, and we've got Tri-Slosher. Interesting choices.
On this map, there's still a lot of ledges and ways for the Tri-Slasher to do a good job, and especially with these the fizzy bombs, you can open a path for your Rainmaker, you can do so much with that sub. It's very useful. We'll see how these two teams do right now. It's all about who will be able to take control of mid, and the crab tank deployed by Japan, by Omu, will get a good presence.
Indeed, and Slosher is in the middle of a fight here, about to get pinched off, but it seems like they know how to run on. Sometimes you just gotta retreat.
Yeah, but that retreat will mean Japan is now in the right spot to get the first checkpoint. That's still the first minute, but 3 players down right there. They're gonna push forward, they're gonna score big points right there, Moku.
And that crab tank is going to help out with that cover fire, but that ink wall is beautifully placed. That saves the game from the jaws of defeat. But it seems like Ole Ole has they have the size advantage. Oh, never mind. UCSD has it.
Yeah, it looks like UCSD is not done. They're able to bring the game back into mid, repaint around, but that was such a big first push. Now, Ole Ole know that all they need to do is hold the game away from their spawn, and they'll be in the right spot. As long as they can keep the fight in mid, they're happy. And right now, they're able to win that fight in mid too.
Indeed they are, and it does take a lot of flanking in these matches. Like, Blaster gets flanked. Oh, but Stringer... I'm always impressed with Stringer's range.
A good Stringer is a force to reckon with. It's a weapon that can do so many different things, but it's also hard to master. You need to dedicate a lot of time if you want to make it work well. Right there, UCSD has such a Stringer. The question is, can they hold Ole Ole at bay? As they are pushing once again, and there's no checkpoint to slow them down this time.
Indeed, there isn't. Bubbler is going to be super aggressive, and Tri-Strike's coming in. We're going to move in with them, but still being forced into a size disadvantage. Seems like they just have to defend, but I could see why they want to push it in, because 2 minutes and 9 seconds is a lot in terms of Splatoon gameplay.
Yeah, right there, UCSD able to retake some presence, put themselves back in control. And I think there was someone trying to sneak their way to the Rainmaker. I think it was the splash from Ole Ole, but they got splatted now. But the game is slowing down, and with less than 2 minutes left in the game, UCSD is in a rough spot. They haven't gotten the first checkpoint yet, and they're struggling to stay in mid, Moku.
Yeah, which is going to be a little bit of an issue. They have to take mid back. But if Oleole can't get back into mid, we see Rainmaker pushing him out. So, I'm not really sure, Pat. I feel like UCSD is going to get some major points before the end of this match, if not the lead.
Yep, I mean, right now, it's the same team attacking once again. Ole are bringing all their strength forward. Last minute, there's the bubbler and the strikes put in. If that splash can get a foothold up there, that would be disastrous, but no, they're able to defend. It's not over. GCSD needs to get the splat, needs to go in. Beautiful way in by the Dapples, able to get a lot of splats. That could be the beginning of some momentum for UCSD, Moku.
Those were huge picks too, honestly. So, yeah, we're now going to start getting some points on the board for UCSD, and perhaps this checkpoint will be theirs too, but they have 20 seconds to make some magic happen here, Pat.
Yeah, 15 seconds left. There's 2 players down on Ole. They have a way onto the checkpoint. They need that checkpoint, and they get it. If they can get the rip-off, they're still alive. They're still in there. It's looking pretty rough right now. They need to get to 11, and they're already moving back as every special is thrown at them. That's game number 1 for Ole.
UCSD had a lot of good ideas, but it just seemed like there was a little bit of a bottlenecking issue, and I could tell at some points Ole had a tendency to rush in, even when they didn't need to. What do you think?
I think Ole were rushing in, but it was working because they were always able to sustain that presence, always able to keep going forward to get more and more. That's one of the perks of having a good pencil. UCSD were a bit more reliant on one of their players popping off in order to get presence, in order to get ground. And popping off is hard when you're fighting a team that is working on the fact that they can respawn pretty fast, because you need to get double the splats in order to get the same amount of ground.
You will absolutely have to do that. And something about tower control and Undertow Spillway, you can easily get locked out on the right side. If you drop off over on the right and tower is right there, you could get caught out. But if you drop out too far, then you end up in a situation where maybe your flank is a little bit too big, or at least in my case, sometimes I flank too far, but I hope I make sense.
It does, but yeah, for sure. One thing to note, to remember, is that tower control is the mode where the team that's holding the tower is the team that has special advantage. They're building special faster. You're building special faster if you have the tower, which makes it the mode that snowballs the most. Language is hard. It's a mode where if a team is able to get momentum, that team moves in, and Ole is the team that has been playing off of momentum already in Rainmaker. UCSD will need to not let the University of Osaka Metropolitan apparently get their ground, get their presence. And we see a blaster coming on the side of Ole. I mean, blaster on here is going to be incredibly powerful.
Indeed, I was just going to say that V-Mini is going to be an issue for Ole if they do not know how to... Well, I'm pretty sure they know how to get around it, but you got range and you've got special advantage like you were saying. I think it's going to be a little bit of an uphill battle for UCSD.
Yep. UCSD right there, already defending, already having to face the momentum, and look at that blaster in this ledge is so dangerous with the slosher to help as well. That's everybody from Osaka in the spawn. And now they can all respawn. UCSD got 3 players down, but everybody will respawn in time, get the bubbler, and the push is still going, Moku.
And this is that exact position I was talking about, where UCSD will have to think outside the box here, because LA is in that position I was just looking up earlier here, Pat, where if it's like your tower is in this position, you're gonna have to be careful of where you drop off and where you go next, because all eyes will be on you.
Yeah, and right now, Ole is back forward. They want to get to that third and final checkpoint, and they are getting there with another bubbler to secure their presence. The Well are going through. Just 2 seconds left on the checkpoint. They could get through it, and they're past the checkpoint. UCSD now defending as hard as they can. They need to hold the line. There isn't much time left for them. 3 players down. It's looking pretty dire. Moku, that's a wipeout and a KO.
As a result of always being bottlenecked and being put into a stagger, Ole takes the second game. It was a clean sweep. What do you think UCSC would have had to have done differently?
I feel like the Omu's plan was perfect for this map mode. Like Ole was very much, all we need to do is play off the ledges with our bucket and our blaster. We have the tools to go faster, to take risks, to respawn. And they played how you're supposed to play on this map and this mode. Whereas UCSD was just trying to do what they do on any map mode, which is try to paint around, get control. And Ole was simply, here's the plan, let's go forward. And we saw at some point UCSD were defending, while Ole, their pencil was getting the second checkpoint. All the other 3 players were forward into the opponent's spawn, and they all died, but it didn't matter because they could respawn, jump back to the pencil, put a bubbler in, and then prepare the next wave of momentum for themselves. So I feel like UCSD needs to match that kind of offense, or at least find a way to punish it if they want to get game number 3.
Indeed they will, and this is a double zone map, so that's going to be a little bit more tricky for UCSD if Ole keeps up the momentum. One thing I want to say is you want to take over your silos, as they call them. Whoever controls the top, mid, and the silos controls the match, and they're off to the races.
Yeah, we'll have to watch what these 2 teams can do right there. And already it looks like UCSD are able to get a few points to get control over the zone. Now the big question is, can they put that blaster out? As you said, Moku, that top mid position is so dangerous, and having a blaster here was kind of scary.
But it seems like Ole is having a bit of trouble keeping their zones. UCSD has a paint advantage here, but we're at size disadvantage with only the pencil. Thanks to pencil, you can get the zone back, but you're gonna need the rest of your teammates up too.
And now Ole has control of the silo. They get splatted before they can throw the strikes on. That will allow UCSD to retake some... that doesn't look good for UCSD, Moku.
I don't think so, and with Thor out, it only adds another... just another element of this aggressive push. They are very oppressive out here. With Bubbler on that, in their court, I don't know, Pat. What do you think is going to happen here? You think
right now,
can turn it around?
Not much time left, Moku. There's only 30 ticks left, and UCSD is trying to find a way forward. The gal to the side will take some attention, and it is able to force a few players out, but on the other side, the crab tank means nobody can push in. They need to paint at least one of the zones to prevent the KO, but there's nobody to paint it. Ole from Osaka is going to take game number 3 as well with another KO.
That was really intense. I feel like UCSD had to rush out there. I want to say that Was it 52 gal or was it Claw's gal? I can't remember what gal it was, but I feel like they could have gone forward earlier. I'm sure you had Tri-Stripes come out, but they were. I don't know. I can't really analyze individual behavior. But I think it was a good idea.
Yeah, but I think that thing from the gal really was the right move. But Ole Ole had such a lock, and mechanically Ole Ole was faster, was more precise, and were able to win more fights. And if you win more fights, you have a huge advantage in the game, as we just saw. That's going to be game 3 and all of around 3-0 for Ole Ole. We're going to take a break and we'll be back with the third round of group. Let me look it up so this time I don't get it wrong. It will be between an NA and an NSC team. So we'll be right back with Deathful versus Portsmouth Balafins. We are back with round number 4 of this CCA Collegiate Crossfire 2026. We're going to watch CCA versus NSE. It will be Death Roll versus the Portsmouth Palafins that we saw earlier. I'm Pat with Moku, ready to watch more games.
I'm ready to watch more games with you, Pat. It's been really intense and really exciting to see everybody bring their best to this tournament.
Yeah, we've had a lot of fights, and so far it looks like the Japanese universities have been very, very dangerous. Now the big question is, can between the American and English universities, who will be able to get the upper hand between Florida, the University of Florida with Death Roll, and the Portsmouth Palafins for the University of Portsmouth?
Ooh, and what do we know about University of Florida's Death Roll?
I don't follow CCA. I was hoping you could help me with that. But hey, let's get in the game, and we're about to know everything we need to know right there. We saw Portsmouth already. Yes, they're bringing back the aerospray. This time it's the silver that will paint a lot. On the other side, Death Roll are bringing a Lunar Blaster, and that Lunar Blaster has been very, very much used lately. Like, it's a very effective weapon.
I want to point out that E-Leader also has Object Shredder, which will be great if somebody has brought along a bubbler. However, even with Core out, I feel like Death Roll will have to... Actually, they're in a pretty good position.
Woo! Yes, I mean... Oh!
Ooh!
Two snipes in a row. Oh, wipeout! Death Roll taking control of the map right there. And now Portsmouth don't have much time. They're going to have to go in 2 down onto Death Roll. That could be the opportunity. They need to get to the zone now.
Indeed, they cannot waste much time. We got 25 ticks and counting down as Ontos gets flatted. And we now have points on the board for the Palafins. Flashdown's ready to go. You get knocked out, but Andrew ends up in the blast zone of that triple splashdown. Pat, it's getting really exciting with a pitster happening down there in our pit.
Yeah, it looks like Portsmouth is able to re-establish themselves, to hold their control around the zone as they're waiting for the next attack, for the next move from Death Roll. And right now, I mean, they're scoring good points, but Death Roll are able to get back to the zone. Judy activating the Reef Slider, punishing the hammer. Penalty was not applied. Moku, it looks like Portsmouth are able to get back in this game. The lead is not far.
And the whales really help too to keep out the backlines. And while we have zone in neutral right now, we're going to take the lead on the side of Palafins. So Death Roll will have to find a way to get back out there. They have so much paint control on the other side now.
Yep.
We need the size advantage, to which we get with 3 down on Palafins.
They held for the lead, but Death Roll, playing a bit more patience, were able to get more and more momentum during that hold right there. But as they're trying to get control of the ramp, it looks like Portsmouth are able to punish them. And right there, that's going to be Portsmouth able to get back forward much quicker than the last time.
He tries to go for that flank, but it didn't quite work out because their sharpshooter knew where to go. Palafins is on a size disadvantage, and with that, I feel like Death Roll's about to take that lead. Wait a minute. No, they're not.
They were not able to. Elita was the last quit standing, not able to hold the zone by themselves. Usually with an Elita holding all the ground, you're a bit too slow to face several players at once. But Portsmouth has control right there, 2 versus 2. Whoever wins this next fight will have a huge advantage, and with only 1 player left, the jumps coming in for Portsmouth, but Booyah Bomb is repainting the zone, and Death Roll for Florida is moving forward once again.
Indeed, they are. And if we can just find, if they can find their footing, and it seems like they are sneaky, getting that huge pick. But Ontos is really impressive with that end zap.
Yeah.
I've gotta say.
Yeah, and with more splats, it looks like Florida is going to stay in control of the zone for now. We are about to enter the last minute, Moku. And our two teams are neck and neck with the University of Florida, so close to being rid of their penalty and getting the lead. But all the specials
that was
being
huge.
thrown.
Ooh. Here we're canceled.
Yeah. The Portsmouth just used all their specials to apply that penalty. But therefore, they're still in control of the zone. They still have a lot of presence and all the specials have been used. It's going to be rough for Portsmouth to get back in there. There's only 30 seconds left. If Portsmouth can apply penalty once again, they'd be in a good spot, but they lost 2 players. Can they paint the zone in time? It's so close. No penalty. All they need to do is paint. And they're able to take the lead!
No way! Honestly, I believe that they could just because they had to throw themselves onto the front lines, and that is a point for Death Roll.
The Palafins, very explosive, able to get back to the zone over and over, but in the end, therefore, a bit more patient, a bit more playing the long game and able to get the lead back right on time in the last 30 seconds of this game. That is 1-0 for Death Roll.
That was beautiful, and both of them were neck and neck the whole time.
Yeah,
Palafins, what they would have had to have done differently was just hold on to the zone a little bit longer. Like, they had to just throw themselves out a little bit more, and I feel like they were just extending everything that they had. I think any further it would have just been hyperextension, but I feel like it could have just been calm.
Yeah, I mean,
what do you think?
I think the Palafins were a bit more trying to go in, paint the zone as fast as we can, and we'll figure it out after. Meanwhile, therefore, they let Portsmouth paint the zone at that last minute. They let Portsmouth use all of their specials to paint the zone, knowing that they could get the zone back right away, and then they'd have special advantage, then they'd have paint advantage. And they were able to ride that momentum after. So I think I agree with you that mechanically these two teams are able to fight each other, but in terms of map control, therefore was a bit more present, and Portsmouth will need to find a way to force them out, especially since we are going now to Crab Leg Capital, and we've seen that therefore has a good elite player. On this map, a good elite player is incredibly scary, Moku.
Indeed, but it's also Crab Leg Capital, which means the Greats will not protect you. If you have a good control of your Greats, sure, you can have a better view of the map, but if somebody comes at you from underneath or has a crab tank from the other side of the map, then if you're an elite or another backline on the Great, then good luck. Like, Blaster will catch you out really good.
Yeah, all the pressure is in, and of course it's on Clam Blitz. On this map, the point that's usually the difficult part for most teams is to get under the basket, because there's only 2 ways onto that platform and they're both quite easy to guard. You need to really crush your opponent, and a Reef Slider could be very useful to help with that.
Oh, and that was an unfortunate pinch down there in the pit. Luna Blaster Neil ends up winning that interaction and getting up onto the Great. Alright, yeah, I like the strategy, but the ball carrier gets caught out.
Yeah, right there. Therefore, able to win the fight to have the Super Clam ready, but once again, you need to go up that ramp. You need to go through that choke point. And Portsmouth, they know all they need to do is protect that exact spot. But they just lost 2 players, Moku. This is looking pretty dire as the University of Florida is trying to go in, but Judy Jude with the Reef Slider Are you still in the lobby? Alright, give us the Discord screen, please. Alright, we are back. Sorry about that. Very much sorry, but we are back, and yes, now we can see the games. It's still tied, so we haven't missed a push on the basket, Moku.
Indeed, we do. It seems like nobody has scored any points yet. With Sneaky going down to somebody holding their 7. A wise person once told me to always hold their 7. Shout out to Kraken. Bags going down. Alright, this is a good position for the E-leader as a ball finally gets thrown into the basket.
Yeah, therefore will open the score with 2 Super Clams in there. That is a big push. They get pushed away now, but that's still 40 points for them. That's still, I mean, 2 minutes left for Portsmouth to find a way back in, but they've been playing defense. From what we've seen, they've been struggling really to fight this death roll. The big question is, can they find a way forward? They're very much reliant on this Reef Slider, but the Reef Slider just got used to get some presence at mid, and now they need to push.
Those Trizukas actually, so those Trizuka shots actually do a good job at pushing back the opponent, even if it doesn't mean splatting them, which is huge in a game like this. And you've got Enzap that has to be pushed back if you want the advantage, but it doesn't exactly work long term. So now they're going to take up space, and do you think they're going to get another ball in?
I mean, right now, the University of Florida thinks that they could get another ball in. Another Reef Slider moment.
The triple!
That's a wipeout. Portsmouth finally, Balafins finally have an opportunity, but they need to not waste a second. They need to take control of the basket. The Zuka is deployed. Zuka is not finding the splat. That is unfortunate. Last minute, and I mean, I feel like Portsmouth just wasted their shot right there. They lost 2 players, and now they're losing their ball.
I feel like Trizuka's shot the Trizuka might have been a solo ulting technique right there, but we've got another ball in for Death Roll, and the points just keep on coming, Pat.
Yeah, therefore, using every advantage that they have so well. That push under the basket was so effective, and in the last 20 seconds, they're still scoring more clams in. 33 points remaining, Moku.
33 points, 10 seconds left. I don't know if Halfens is going to get it, but I feel like they can. Wait a minute, hold up, a basket. Oh, the Trizuka was there. He can't score with a special active.
Yeah.
I mean, you can.
But they opened the basket still. 2 super clams in, but they don't have much more clams. They need to hold control of the basket area as all of Death Roll is in the right position. Vario is back up. That's going to be game once again for Death Roll.
The clan economy wasn't, but if they had it, then that would have been an awesome comeback for the side of Palafins.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying. They're always able to get something going, but they're so reliant on their Reef Slider and Zuka to get huge picks, and then they need to cover ground. It feels like Death Roll are able to get bigger pushes out of less splats, and that's allowing them to really move forward faster to get more on. Now Mokuri going on to Rainmaker. That ability that Death Roll has to go fast is going to be even more important.
Ooh, yeah, you're absolutely right. Speed is important, as well as just knowing how to get valuable picks. Especially if you're going for, like, even if you can't get size advantage. Well, I mean, I guess one down you can get it, but I'm talking like a drastic size advantage where it's like 4v1, but you gotta know which picks are valuable. You gotta know where people are, especially on Museum, Rainmaker. It's a fun map and mode, actually. I always say it's first, but it's actually kind of fun as an ink brush. I hope I make sense.
It's It's an interesting map, and especially it's a dangerous map. It's a map where you can score very, very fast. If you grab the Rainmaker from top mid, you can simply jump to the checkpoint, and then if you get the repop on the checkpoint, you can score 30 points very, very quickly. But defending one's platform is also something that can be done very effectively by either team. The big question is who will be able to break that defense. We've seen that Deathroll has been very apt at going in at breaking things. Now the big question is can the Palafin's ability to really pop off every once in a while pay off in this Rainmaker game?
I think so. With the V-Mini coming back out, it's going to be a huge choice, and I feel like Palafins are going to get the first pop because Deathroll is kind of being held back right now. Oh, but the sides advantage goes over to Florida.
Yeah, Portsmouth tried to go to the side for a flank, but they got punished for it, and now it's Deathroll cleaning up and preparing their push. They have a lot of paint around and the vacuum to really secure themselves, but nobody grabbed the Rainmaker. Someone should have grabbed the Rainmaker with the vacuum. Now they'll have to push without it. Finally, they're grabbing it, and with 2 players down, they still have a good path. Ooh! And they punish. Okay, that's a free checkpoint.
That Reef Slider getting cancelled was quite unfortunate for Palafins. That would have been a huge pick if they could have gotten that out. V-Mini on the front lines, but Duditude also coming out with that with the Fizzy Bomb. I like Fizzy Bomb. Just roll it out there.
Yeah, right there. Portsmouth defending as much as they can. Like 40 points left already in the first push is a huge offensive from Deathroll. That's what we'd expect from them. They've shown us a lot of speed, a lot of firepower, and with 3 players down, Moko, it looks like Florida is back on the attack.
And we're pushing into the base. Palafins being put on that back. Wait a minute, they get the pop thanks to all that DPS over there. But Sneaky getting caught out. The tricks do not work on Florida. You know, I was gonna say Florida knows what they're dealing with. They're doing soul reads out here, not just mind reads. They know where Palafins are all times. Not all times, I mean.
Awareness very important right now. 2 versus 2. The Rainmaker still in the hands of Deathroll, who are stuck in middle, waiting for the respawn with a tactical for everybody. They're going to go in with the Rainmaker anyway, no fear. They really want to maintain the pressure. Meanwhile, Portsmouth still struggling to fight on their own platform with to make that 3 players down. It looks like Deathroll is very much on the roll.
Ooh, call them Neo the way they matrix that hammer, avoiding it, but it seems like there's not enough DPS to, never mind, with some help of some teammates, they were able to pop the Rainmaker with the power of friendship, but jokes aside, there's still a powerful lead for Deathroll. I don't know, Pat, do you think Palafins will pull this out?
I mean, right now, it's looking pretty dire for the Palafins. They haven't really been able to get to the first checkpoint. And Deathroll are still so dangerous. They're still sharking around with the Luna Blaster. So hard to fight a Luna when the Luna is comfortable and doing whatever they want. That's a trade. That trade will allow Portsmouth to retake their platform. And with 3 down, they get the pop. That could be their checkpoint.
Indeed, I think we might see a reverse. I think we might see a comeback here for Palafins, and a lot can happen in 1 minute and 22 seconds with that. But they might get the pop over on side of Deathroll, but that Reef Slider doesn't get much payoff except for some aim control.
Yeah, and now that the Rainmaker has dropped, it's kind of back to square one for Portsmouth. As they're fighting just for some presence in mid. They have the Rainmaker, they have everybody respawning. There's no checkpoint left. We're in the last minute. Moko, can they move in? Oh, a bit too eager. And the Rainmaker going alone to the side is going to cost the team right now 3 down onto Portsmouth. They're still jumping and they're still trying to keep that push going, but I feel like they should regroup and try to prepare their specials for one final attack. Oh no!
They've got 33 seconds to do it.
The most awkward spot for Rainmaker, allowing Deathfall to restall the game as long as they want.
Oh no, yep, they're pulling a Riptide. Remember what happened at Riptide?
I mean, it has happened on a lot of top games, Moku, you know? Oh,
no, Riptide was just the funnier, more memorable time that happened.
And right now, we get over time, but I don't think Portsmouth will have the time to get to that Rainmaker. That's going to be game 3 for Deathfall, representing the University of Florida. And Portsmouth Dolphins, not able to, right there, losing a few too many fights.
Indeed, it was just a matter of always having the Palafins on the back foot and always knowing how to push in. It was really rough for Palafins out here, but they gave it their all. You could tell that they put their whole hearts and souls into it.
Yeah. Well, I believe our next match will be the final round of the round robin, Moku, and it will be 2 NSE teams facing each other. It will be the Anarchists versus Solent Cardinals. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back with the final round of the round robin. Moku, it's time for the final round of this group stage of our tournament today, the Collegiate Crossfire 2026, and we get to watch the two teams that were in grand finals of the last season of NSC. It was the Anarchists losing to the Southern Cardinals by one single game. So there's a lot on the line right there. The Southern Cardinals defending their power, but the Anarchists, they managed to win a game earlier. Which means they already have one win. If they're able to get another win, they would be guaranteed to advance to the upper bracket. Southern Cardinals haven't won a set yet, so they're still very much struggling. They would need a big win against the Anarchists if they want to make it to top 8.
Seems to me it's gonna be rematch of the century when you put it like that. Imagine putting all of yourself on the line and losing by one game. So now these teams get to face off against each other. It's kind of like a JoJo episode. Oh, you're approaching me.
Yes,
I have to approach you.
Let's get right in the game. We've already seen the Anarchists in yellow right there. Of course, bringing back the kind of combat we've seen them. Nebula with the Nautilus will be very dangerous. On the other side, the Southern Cardinals are going to... we've seen them too. They're going to take that control. Try to set themselves. The big question is... Who will be able to get the upper hand and get to the basket first?
No, I sort of like Staffordshire might get here first because they've got the map control and they've been getting some valuable picks on. I'm so sorry, the abbreviations mess me up.
Yeah, they're messing me up too. So we have Staffordshire is actually in yellow there, the Anarchists. The colors are indeed wrong right there, which is confusing us. And the Southern Cardinals are going to... who are in blue right there and who are losing a lot of players. It looks like the basket will be opened by the Anarchists.
Indeed, and while the colors are still swapped, it seems like points are coming in for the Cardinals right here. And I guess we'll have to find a way out of base. But this is a huge choke point around this area that we're seeing on the lower right corner. Wall comes out. Wall's pretty useful. The points keep coming in.
The Anarchists right there, very commanding in their presence around the basket, able to hold the control that they have. As I say that, it looks like the Cardinals are finally able to get back forward, to get back their control and push things back into the map now. 60 points, almost 60 points in the first push was a huge move by the Anarchists for Staffordshire, but it's certainly not over, and these two teams are very used to having to mount a comeback against each other.
Indeed, and 41 points is a huge lead at this late in the game, but it's not the most comfortable because you have mid decaf on the side of SSU.
Yep.
We will have to see if mid... Oh, going down for trade with the Nautilus. That is a huge pick. That is huge. Nautilus is dangerous. And with that, Pat, they have points on the board already for SSU.
Yes. And thanks to that second Super Clam, they are not that far from the lead. Just a few more clams would be enough. They have a Super Clam. The Pity Clam, can they get the jump in? Oh, they're so close. That would have been the lead, but it's not going to work. 2 minutes left. Moku, another push would give them the lead now. They don't need much more clams than the Super Clam, but now it's the Anarchists back with a lot of paint around it, and Southern Cardinals needs to push forward once again. Oh, well!
Yo, who got the quad?
Okay.
That was beautiful! Who got the quad?
Huge move! And the Southern Cardinals reminding us what they can do, are going to take the lead. And now there's so much pain. There's the bubbler by Z34. Huge presence right there. They're so close to a KO too.
All you need to do was take Nautilus off the field for just a second, but they wipe out Staffordshire just in time. They have a minute and 6 seconds to get the lead back. They have to knock out if they want to win.
Yep, pretty much 1 minute to KO. They need a huge push. 3 super clams would not be enough to get that KO, Moku. And right now, it's going to be rough. But first, they want to win the fight. They want to make sure they have all the control, that they have the specials in the right spot. They're getting a lot of splat. That Nautilus by Nebula is doing an incredible amount of work right there. The Wither coming in, punishing everybody with a dapple. We're not that far. Just a few more clams. 2 more clams would be the win, but they don't have the clams. They need to go back. Can they go back? Can they get the clams in? We're so
No
close.
way! Yo!
Incredible!
Getting that was reverse. That was... They just pulled out the Uno reverse card and said, yeah, nice try, but we have a Nautilus. Nebula is wicked on the Nautilus. That is going to be someone that you're going to have to look out for going forward.
I mean, Moku, these 2 teams, they are university teams, but some of these players are absolute monsters, incredibly powerful. And between Snipes and Nebula, you have some of the best players in the UK and Ireland. So you have to respect that, and you have to remember that no lead, no matter how big, no lead is safe. And now the pressure is on the Solent Cardinals. I like all the pressure is on them if they want to get a set. This is their last opportunity, and they know they've beaten Anarchists before. They know they can do it. The big question is, can they do it right here, right now, in the next 2 games?
I believe that they can. I believe anything can happen, actually. But you know how I feel about Nautiluses? They're really tough, but they have a key weakness. You have to get a rat out there. 32 gal rat, loose rat, paintbrush rat. They're susceptible to rats. Somebody has to use rat infestation.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say the main way to stop a Nautilus is to paint a lot, because Nautilus relies on other people painting for them because they want to move with their charge active, which means they can't really paint for themselves that well. And Solent Cardinals were able to have such good control at the start of this game. They don't need much. They could very well make it work. We saw how close it was. They were 1 clam away from KOing themselves. Now, going on to Urchin Underpass, the Cardinals is the team with the Dapples, and Dapples on this map is going to have a field day. Both teams bringing the Dynamo, also an incredibly strong weapon. They nerfed the point for Peschel, but it's still an excellent tactical option, especially on this map mode.
And with Urchin Underpass zones, everybody's already in mid with 2 down for Staffordshire. SSU has the upper hand. And this map mode makes me feel like a rat, because you could just go into the rafters and just catch people out. You can flank them. Great map. Yeah. I really love it.
Yeah, there's always more for Solent, representing Southampton Solent University right there. And the fight is still raging. More points are going for Solent Cardinals, as it looks like Anarchists were able to push forward but not able to apply penalty onto the zone. Now they're going to have to push once more, and this time they need to paint.
They will have to indeed, and with more points going... Okay, so SSU has more points, but Staffordshire can actually get more of them if they can hold on to the zone. D34 going down. So it seems like ratting is the solution here because we've got a 52 rat out here on the field and a blaster rat. Those are good at ledge peeking, and one gets marked.
Yeah, right
Ooh,
there.
what are you doing?
It looks like the Anarchists are able to get good control right now. Southampton able to push in. It's kind of rough, and the lead is going to be taken. Silent needs to go forward once more. The bubbler is deployed, but can they get the splats? Can they get the zone? They're a bit too far from the zone. The reef slider coming in. Penalty finally applied. We still have a game, but there's a lot of work to do for the Silent Cardinal.
Came on that 52. Gal is just going forward with it. You're a rat. Just oof. That's all I have to say about. What do I say about 52 Gal? 52 Gal is a rat.
Hey, it's an aggro weapon, can go everywhere very, very fast. And right now they're holding ground, they're maintaining presence. It's still the Southern Cardinals that are holding the zone, that are holding the presence. But look at that, already Anarchist going back in. We know how much presence they can take, and with 2 splats from that splashdown, they're going to keep themselves here. They have a huge penalty, but they also have a lot of paint around, Moku.
Tons of paint, and 2 minutes and 7 seconds left. It seemed like a comfortable lead, but SSU can always look at that and go, yeah, right, you thought we're gonna take that zone back with the Reef Slider coming out here to take them too. Nebula going down. That is a huge hit.
Yeah, great moves right there. Silent Cardinals still able to be in the fight, still able to fight on, but they need to hold the zone long enough that they can score more points. There's been so much back and forth on this zone. Nobody's scoring points right now, and with 2 players down, it looks like Silent Cardinals are forced to move back, forced to wait once again. 1 minute and 20 seconds left, and it's the Anarchists that are about to get rid of their penalty.
Crippling strike was a useful goal. The triple, yo! The triple with that dynamo roller was huge. Oh my gosh, it was that was incredible.
That could be like the hammer putting the final nail on the coffin with that dynamo triple right now. Silent Cardinals desperately trying to go in. The Reef Slider is moving forward. It's not even enough to apply penalty. Z34 trying to paint, but it's too late. And that's a 2-0 for the Anarchists. And Moko, I believe that means the Anarchists are guaranteed a spot in top 8. I think so.
I still feel like Cardinals have a shot, though, if they can knock out next round. Then again, I'm not too sure how the Sendo math works.
Yeah, well, I think the maps were well selected by the TOs. But yeah, we're going to go for tower control, last shot for the Silent Cardinals. That will be tower control on Inkblot Art Academy. And I mean, the Silent Cardinals are making the Anarchists work hard for their games, work hard for their points, but we see the Anarchists pull through and get on top. And in this second game, it really felt like the Anarchists had more momentum, had more presence, and were the team that was getting the pop-ups, as we saw with that Dynamo.
Indeed. Dynamo is going to be really helpful on power control and Blot. Makes me wonder, will we see Nautilus or will Nebula pull out another weapon?
Nebula can play anything, honestly, but that's so good with the Nautilus, and that Nautilus is so effective. Could be a good idea to get back to it, because especially in Inkblot there are opportunities to flank all the time, and having something to really punish your opponent for trying to run at you, like the Nautilus can do so well, is going to be a good idea. But let's see, final chance for the Solent Cardinals to at least make the Anarchists bleed. And it looks like Nebula is bringing the Blaster. I mean, for tower control, Blaster, always a good idea.
Mint Decaf, Dapple Dewey's, Pencil, and a Slosher, those... That comp can be really dangerous. I feel like I understand what Cardinals' strat is here, but I can't really put it into words. We're just gonna have to let the ink speak for itself here.
Yeah, right there. Both teams waiting for the right opportunity. There's still a lot of respect between these two teams, and they know they can't simply rush forward. They need to win the neutral fight before they can grab the tower. Beautiful splat by Nebula here with the Blaster. That's going to give some presence to the team, but Nebula is kind of isolated right now and trying to get extra the point sensor, making sure that they can get the Blaster advantage. But meanwhile, nobody's really able to get control of the tower. Everybody is waiting for a better opportunity. And with 2 players down, this could be the opportunity for the Anarchists.
Indeed, they have the size advantage, but never mind. Z34 with that Mint Decaf is a beast. Look at that. Mint Decaf always scares me as a brush. Like, I give respect to Mint Decaf. But 3 are down. Mint, you are alone. Ooh.
That's
a cutaway before the wipeout.
Unfortunate. And look at that. Anarchist, the Staffordshire, not wasting a second. That splashdown, even if Nebula gets splatted there, that allows the rest of the team to get on that top platform. And that allows the team to just break through checkpoint number 1. And now they have all the ground that they need to get through checkpoint number 2 as well. Huge moves by the Anarchists.
It is indeed really huge. Anarchists will have to keep this whole push up. Wither goes down. 2 are down on their side, but only the Slosher is alive with another wipeout. That's a few.
Well, first game was close. Second game was Anarchists figuring things out. This game, once the Anarchists had their move going, once they had their tower running, they would not serve. Solent Cardinals kinda losing their grip right there, letting the Anarchists go 3-0, which means we'll get to see the Anarchists in the top bracket, Moku.
Excellent work, both teams. That was really intense. Like, wow. What do you think the Cardinals would have had to have, the Solo Cardinals had to have done differently that, Matt?
Like, at this point, Anarchist was playing with the firepower. They were very much using their ability to outplay their opponent, to outfight their opponent over and over. And that gave them the upper hand. And then once they had the fights, they took the positions. And from these positions, they were able to win more and more fights, which is how you want to play the game. But that's the group stage. That is the Anarchists ensuring that they'll have a spot in Top Cut, I'm pretty sure. And yes, so, but Moku, I also believe that means it's time for you to say goodbye. I'm going to stay on the microphone, but as for you, do you have something you want to plug or to say before you leave the mic?
Well, I just want to say thank you for having me for the group stage, and thank you to our wonderful streamer Naga, despite all the OBS issues. OBS, you need to get it together. Nogami keeps forsaking our stream. But y'all can find me at my blue sky that's on my tag down here. And y'all can find me on TikTok at Motu8386. I usually post plays that I'm really impressed about. Y'all are in good hands. Y'all are going to have Pat and the mouse up here on the mic. Pat, I hope that the next phase of this tournament is as fun and is as intense as it has been in the group stage.
Yeah, well, I can't wait. We're gonna take a short break so we can switch the mics, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Collegiate Crossfire 2026. I am Pat now with Mouse, and it is time to watch the top cut, the top 8 teams of this tournament ready to fight each other. And Mouse, welcome to the stream.
Hi! Didn't think I'd be on here so quickly. Because yes, I just did Triton Cup yesterday, and now I'm on here. What a coincidence!
Yeah, well, we can't get it off of you, but it is going to be a rough moment for NSC, I believe, because the Anarchists could just manage to make sure that they could get onto this top 8, are going to fight the seed number 1, Arc 99. Arc 99, I don't think they dropped a single game during the group stage. They dropped one map against KO Knockout, another Japanese team. So they're coming in very, very hot, very, very strong. And the Anarchists will have to fight their best to show us what they can do. Let's get right in the game, Mouse. We'll be starting with Flat Zones on Macomart.
Oh my god, give me like 1 second.
Okay, well, the Anarchists for Staffordshire are coming with their Dynamo comp and trying to get some control. Dynamo is very, very useful on here. We'll see what the Tokyo is able to do in answer, but right now it looks like Tokyo already has a good hold on to the zone. Mouse?
Yeah, I'm having technical problems.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, sure. I'll take care of it. Arc 99 still very potent, and their Decapitator pushing so far, forcing everybody from the Anarchists to wait to the side. Now the Anarchists, they have the bow that's looking at the zone, but they are way behind in terms of special, in terms of players. They are going to need to push forward now as the strikes are slowing them down. Can they get to the zone? They almost fainted, and they're able to apply a penalty right there. But Arc 99, they're already back in control. They let them cap, they let them apply penalty. They know that they can keep control over the whole map as long as they use their specials at the right time. And right now with the bubbler to the side, that Decapitator is forcing everybody to wait. That Decapitator is using so much time that Anarchist doesn't have right now. Penalty is about to be over. The Super Champs are not falling on the zone. They will need to paint with the main weapons.
Oh no!
Can they get there, Mouse? Can they get
I
there?
don't know!
And right now, with just a few more seconds, this is looking pretty dire. And Arc 99, representing University of Tokyo, will take game number 1 with a big, big KO.
Wow, that was very quick. It just seemed like what was the other team again?
Anarchist?
Anarchist. Just put all their eggs into that one push and then weren't able to sustain a push afterwards, which is a shame. Good job, but we'll have to see what they counterpick to.
Yeah, yes, because we are going for counterpicks. And as you said, on zones, you want to go in and paint the zone, and when you're behind, when you feel like you're losing, your priority is to apply paint on the zone. But the team that has the lead, they can let you use all your resources to get that zone, and then they get the zone right back and they punish you for having used all your resources just to stay in the game. But it's always a hard thing to do. You want to focus your opponent. You need to win the fights, to take control of the surrounding of the zone, not just paint it. Now the Anarchists get to counterpick. They get to choose the map and the mode. We'll see where they decide to go. Lots of opportunities, lots of things that they could choose. I believe there's lots of map modes that could be chosen. There's a bit more zones. There's a bit of bias towards zone. But lots of choices for sure for the Anarchists. The big question is, where do they go? From what we've seen of Arc 99, whatever the map mode, it's going to be a very, very rough fight. And it looks like the counter is now chosen. We are going to Rainmaker on Undertow Spillway. Mouse?
Oh, I thought Top Cut was zones only. Huh.
Nope. It's not. There's a bit more zones in the counter pick list, but there's all modes are possible as the rest of this tournament. And
well, prove me wrong then. That's all I can say. But I bet we're in for. I saw the comp from Arc 99, and it just seems maybe that was the best choice. Maybe that the weapons on Arc 99 were a good choice regardless.
It's Arc 99, more than comp. They've shown more speed. They've shown their ability to go in and get into fight, whereas Anarchist, it felt like they were trying to dodge the fights, and you can't dodge the fights in this game. You can dodge the fight for a few seconds, but when you need to push, when you need to get some points, you need to be in the right spot, and you need to make sure that you have these spots secured right there. That's going to be a rough one for the Anarchists, but hey, as long as they can find the right way to go in, they're going onto the map that they feel the most comfortable on, so this is their best shot, I guess.
Yeah, no, totally agree that the best shot. I did like the Dynamo, though. That was definitely a cool pick. Again, I couldn't see the...
Well,
I'll have to see if they change it. Oh my...
For Rainmaker, Dynamo, I feel is a bit too slow, and one weapon to look out for is that Wellstring. Wellstring absolutely shreds the Rainmaker shield and has the right tool to defend the hammer, to absolutely destroy your opponent. But right now, that's a
Don't tap my stream mode, by the way.
Ooh, what an opening by Arc 99, and they're gonna score some
Just
points.
my stream. What are they doing? Oh my... Guys! My stream just loaded, and all I get to see is just a domination from the University of Tokyo here.
Yeah, and right there, that's 2-0 for Arc 99, who speedrun the KO right there. They just got in, won the first fight, grabbed the Rainmaker, got the checkpoint, got the KO with no stopping, with no slowing down. Incredible showing. And because it's the best of 3, Mouse, that's going to be it for the Anarchists. That's the end of their tournament run. Arc 99 with a statement right here.
Oh, that hurts a little more because I'm from here as well. I think I don't know where Staffordshire is.
Hello?
But
okay.
Commend them for making top 8.
Yeah, well, that's going to be it for this round. We'll be back with the semi-finals right after this break. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Collegiate Crossfire 2026. We are now in the semi-finals, and one region is dominating this Crossfire event. All 4 teams in the semi-finals are from the Japanese University Cup. So Mouse, we get to watch them and cast them, and I believe we are double streaming this game that you're watching is also on the Japanese channel. Meanwhile, the other semi-finals you can watch on CCA.
I see. Thank you for the introduction, Pat. This is going to be a new perspective since we might see...
And Mouse? Mouse? Your Wi-Fi is dying.
Or
My Mouse, your Wi-Fi is dying, I think. I don't think that's me.
Really
I think I'm losing Mouse.
I do wonder who the other casters are for the Japanese side.
Mouse, your Wi-Fi is dying and we haven't heard a word you just said. I'm so sorry. But yeah, we're now in a best of 5 with counterpick between Arc 99 that we just saw and Ole Ole that we saw earlier. So yeah, lots on the line between these 2 teams very, very fast. University of Tokyo only has dropped a single game so far. Ole Ole has dropped 2. So we'll see what these 2 teams can do against each other. Lots on the line. That's a spot in the finals. Now?
Yeah, okay. Alright. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, perfectly.
Yeah, I just had to maybe do see those chumps coming onto on the side of Tokyo. Good start, but the crab tank on the side is trying to get some disruption up in here, but that stringer swiftly puts an end, which is a very good job. But it looks like the zone is about to switch. No, it's still in the control of Tokyo. Pat, what do you think?
Well, right now it looks like Arc 99 for Tokyo is staying in control, is denying the push. The strikes are coming in, but the bubbler in the middle of the zone, the bubbler's not enough. The bubbler does not save the blaster, and it looks like Ole Ole are forced to wait a little bit more. They have the crab tank, but the crab tank can't wait enough by itself. Each special is kind of staggered for Ole Ole right now, and staggered is not enough to cap the zone.
No, I see. It's not really enough. You do see that Decapitator come out with that slosher parry. It's devastating. As they keep pushing in, time is ticking down. That's aura for the side of Tokyo University right here. As the time's just ticking to 0, that's another pick with a splat bomb, just an ending sequence. And the University of Tokyo will take the first point. Very well done.
Yeah, quite often in this game you want to stagger the specials using them one after the other so you can maintain as much pressure as you can so that your players always have something to help them in what they're doing. But right there, that was not enough. Ole Ole was always almost painting the zone, but almost is not enough. You need to paint that zone, and Arc 99 kept their presence, had perfect awareness of the objective, which means they get game number 1 with a big KO. And now, Osaka Metropolitan University, Ole Ole needs a big counterpick if they want to stop the momentum that Arc 99 just gave themselves.
The way you're describing it, it feels like they want to pick a mode like maybe Tower or Rain because of that almost pushes. Like, I feel like the way that they were trying to stop Arc 99, it just seemed like maybe the modes will work a bit better because remember, if you kill the Rainmaker just a little bit, it drops it instantly, stopping that momentum, which Ole Ole could take full advantage of. But I want to hear your guess, Pat. What do you think?
I mean, right now, Arc 99 just showed us a bit more firepower, a bit more presence of the map, a bit more speed, a bit more paint, a bit more everything. And Ole Ole was on every single aspect. Ole Ole was almost there, almost right behind. So I feel like if they change a few things and can get the upper hands on a few aspects and then use that to their advantage, they could get things going. But right now, they need to go on a map that they're comfortable on, where they know they'll have the better strengths. And given the fact that these two teams were playing very similar games of having good control, of having good speed, I'm not sure what kind of counter they should go with.
I mean, if you're looking at weapon matchups, I would say you want a very vertical stage to shut down that decav, but at the same time, you don't want it to be too vertical adjacent because you have that slosher. I don't know if you noticed at the end, Pat, but you saw that decavitator set up that bubbler, and then that slosher was able to take full advantage.
Yeah, for sure. Like there's very much a lot to be done, and it looks like the counter pick has been chosen by Ole. We are going to Inkblot Art Academy on Splat Zones, according to stream.
I mean, that makes more sense, really. Yeah. I mean, it describes the way you've got the big platforms down in mid, but you've also got the verticality of the middle, the snipes. So it could either be a very good time or a very bad time, but probably it could be a very good time for Arc 99 because of the way the slosher was able to set up with the decav, as I said earlier.
Yeah, for sure. Slosher needs to, they need to set themselves. They need to find the right spot and use these spots and be in the right position and force their way there. Going back to zones, we'll see if they're able this time to really push Arc 99 out of the zone, which they didn't manage to do in the first game. And that's the big question. But it's also a more open map where you can go around the zone a bit more easily, and the surroundings of the zone are more connected than the rest to the zone because they're not the same walls around the zone that we had on Hagglefish. So different playstyle. We see what Ole can do. Right now it's 1-0 for Arc 99. And let's get back right in again. I see a bow coming from Arc 99. That bow is still able to apply a lot of paint. And but on this map, range can do a lot if you have your backline on top mid. Like that can be very effective. at the
second.
zone.
Oh!
Okay.
Whoa!
Okay. That looks like with these decapitator moves now, it's looking pretty dire for Ole Ole.
Dire, but not impossible. We have seen that decapitate come out, try and slice the crab. But oh no!
Yep.
The University of Tokyo were just able to hold on to that zone too much for Osaka. Sorry, what was Osaka's team name again?
Ole Ole.
Ole Ole to try and just get that same push. They did have a little bit better of moves, but I think it was that Stringer who was just able to like really get them back in quickly on the side of Arc 99.
Yeah, that is quite the showing by Arc 99. We're sorry, like, we have so many technical issues today. We wish we could show you the best we could, but right now it's pretty rough. So it's 2-0 for Arc 99 from the University of Tokyo, and Ole Ole from the Osaka Metropolitan University needs now a miracle to come back, because not only